there's a secret map. A map that shows where the world's most powerful people choose to live. A map that reveals which streets, which neighborhoods, which cities have become the playgrounds of those who control more wealth than entire nations. In New York City alone, you could pass by someone worth over $100 billion and never even know it. But today, we're pulling back the curtain on where the ultra-wealthy have built their empires. These aren't just cities, they're the command centers of global wealth. And what I'm about to reveal will change how you see the economic landscape forever. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you the shocking concentration of billionaires that's reshaping our world, and why one rising city is about to overtake them all. Welcome back to the Billionaire Insider, where we decode the world of extreme wealth so you don't have to. The global billionaire population has exploded in the last decade, but here's what most people don't realize. They aren't evenly distributed around the world. In fact, over 50% of the world's billionaires live in just 15 cities. Think about that for a second. Out of thousands of cities across the globe, just 15 of them have become magnets for the ultra-wealthy. Why these cities? What makes them special? And more importantly, what does this concentration of wealth mean for the rest of us? Before I reveal the cities that dominate this exclusive list, I need to ask you, if you had billions, where would you choose to live? Let me know in the comments below. But first, let's understand what makes a city attractive to those with almost unlimited resources. When you can afford to live literally anywhere, what makes you choose one city over another? The answer isn't as simple as you might think. For billionaires, a city needs to offer a unique combination of financial infrastructure, access to major banks, investment firms, and stock exchanges where billions can be moved with a phone call, luxury amenities, from Michelin-starred restaurants to exclusive social clubs where deals worth hundreds of millions are made over drinks, privacy and security, neighborhoods where they can live without constant public scrutiny, access to power, proximity to government officials, other business leaders, and decision makers, tax advantages, because even billionaires try to minimize how much they pay. But here's what might surprise you. The cities with the most billionaires aren't always the most expensive cities to live in. In fact, some of the most exclusive billionaire havens have become so powerful that they've created their own economic gravity, pulling in more wealth with each passing year. And the city that currently wears the crown might not be the one you expect. But before I reveal the current billionaire capital of the world, I need to tell you about a shift happening right now that's rewriting the global map of wealth. For decades, Western cities dominated the billionaire landscape. New York, London, Paris. These were the traditional centers of global wealth. But something unprecedented has happened in the last 20 years. The economic center of gravity is moving east at a pace never before seen in human history. And with it, the billionaire map is being redrawn. In just 2 decades, Asia has gone from having fewer than 40 billionaires to having more than 800. Behind this massive shift are several forces. The rise of technology creating new fortunes almost overnight, emerging markets maturing into economic powerhouses, family wealth being passed down to new generations, and economic policies specifically designed to attract the ultra-wealthy. But here's what's truly fascinating. Even as wealth spreads globally, it's simultaneously concentrating in fewer cities. It's as if the billionaire class is creating its own exclusive network of global hubs. And if current trends continue, the city that will dominate this list in 10 years isn't even in the top 3 right now. But before we look at the future, let's count down the cities that currently host the most extraordinary concentration of wealth in human history. Let's start our countdown at number 10, where the surprises begin immediately. Singapore. With 50 billionaires calling this city-state home, Singapore has transformed from a tiny island nation to a global financial powerhouse. But Singapore's appeal isn't just financial. It's also a tax haven with political stability that billionaires crave. What's remarkable is that Singapore wasn't even on this list 15 years ago. Shenzhen, China. Once a fishing village, now China's Silicon Valley with 51 billionaires. Home to tech giants like Tencent and Huawei, Shenzhen represents the new generation of Chinese wealth. The average age of Shenzhen's billionaires, just 47, remarkably young compared to other cities on our list. Mumbai, India. With 54 billionaires, Mumbai shows the dramatic rise of Indian wealth. But here's the shocking contrast. Mumbai is also home to one of Asia's largest slums. Nowhere else on Earth can you find luxury skyscrapers worth billions literally overlooking neighborhoods where millions live on less than $5 a day. San Francisco. With 57 billionaires, the tech capital of America has created more new billionaires in the last decade than any other American city. But this concentration of wealth has come at a cost, with San Francisco now facing one of the worst housing affordability crises in the nation. London. 58 billionaires call London home, making it Europe's billionaire capital. But here's what most people don't know. Over 70% of London's billionaires weren't born in the UK. London has become the preferred destination for wealth from Russia, the Middle East, and former British colonies. As we approach the top 5, the numbers become truly staggering. Up next is a city where new billionaires are being created faster than anywhere else on Earth. Moscow, Russia. With 60 billionaires, Moscow has the highest concentration of billionaires relative to its GDP of any major city. But Moscow's billionaires face a unique challenge: political uncertainty. Many have secured second homes and even citizenship in London, New York, or Dubai as insurance against political turmoil. Hong Kong's 64 billionaires call this former British colony home. What makes Hong Kong unique is its incredible density. With limited land, Hong Kong's property values have skyrocketed, creating enormous wealth for property owners. A single parking space in Hong Kong recently sold for over $1 million. A parking space. Shanghai, China. With 83 billionaires, Shanghai represents China's financial muscle. But here's what makes Shanghai's story remarkable. Many of its billionaires came from humble beginnings, building their fortunes after China's economic reforms of the 1980s. Shanghai adds approximately 5 new billionaires every year. New York City 86 billionaires call the Big Apple home, including some of the most recognizable names in business. Wall Street remains a wealth creation machine unlike any other. But New York faces growing competition from Miami and other tax-friendly cities within the US that are actively trying to lure away its billionaires. And now, the city with more billionaires than any other place on Earth. Beijing, China. With an astounding 101 billionaires, Beijing has emerged as the billionaire capital of the world. This represents a seismic shift in global wealth. For the first time in modern history, an Asian city tops the list. What makes Beijing different is the direct connection between business and political power. Many of Beijing's billionaires have close ties to the Communist Party, creating a unique ecosystem where political relationships can be as valuable as business acumen. But Beijing's reign at the top may be shorter than expected. While these top 10 cities dominate today, several cities are rising so quickly they could reset the rankings within just a few years. Dubai has transformed from a desert outpost to a billionaire playground, adding new ultra-wealthy residents at a rate that could put it in the top 5 within 5 years. Its combination of zero income tax, luxury amenities, and strategic location between East and West has created the perfect billionaire storm. Hangzhou, China, home to Alibaba and dozens of other tech companies, is creating new billionaires at a pace that rivals Silicon Valley in its prime. Currently, with 33 billionaires, experts predict it could double that number in just 3 years. Bangalore, India. India's tech hub is just beginning its wealth creation cycle. With the world's largest young population and a booming technology sector, Bangalore is positioned to become a billionaire factory in the next decade. But perhaps the most unexpected challenger is Austin, Texas. With Elon Musk leading a migration of wealthy tech entrepreneurs from California, Austin has seen a 150% increase in ultra-high net worth individuals since 2020. What makes these rising cities different is their intentional strategy to attract the ultra-wealthy. They're not just waiting for billionaires to arrive. They're actively creating the conditions to lure them away from traditional wealth centers. But no matter which city claims the crown, one question remains at the heart of this concentration of wealth. What does it mean when so much wealth concentrates in so few places? For these billionaire cities, the effects are profound. Property values become detached from local incomes, creating housing crises for ordinary residents. In Hong Kong, the average person would need to save 100% of their income for 20 years to afford an average apartment. Local economies warp to serve the ultra-wealthy, with luxury businesses thriving while everyday services struggle. In parts of New York, you'll find 3 Michelin-starred restaurants within walking distance, but not a single affordable grocery store. Political influence inevitably concentrates as well. Studies show that in cities with high billionaire density, local policies tend to align more closely with the interests of the wealthy. But there's another side to this story. These billionaire hubs also become centers of philanthropy, innovation, and cultural patronage. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, headquartered in Seattle, has saved millions of lives through its health initiatives. The most successful cities have found ways to harness billionaire wealth for broader development while protecting their middle class. Singapore, for instance, has managed to attract the ultra-wealthy while still maintaining affordable housing for its citizens through careful government policies. As we watch this global reshuffling of wealth continue, one thing becomes clear. The cities that will thrive aren't necessarily those that attract the most billionaires, but those that can leverage the wealth to create opportunity for all their citizens. Which brings me to the most important question of all. If these patterns continue, we're looking at a future where perhaps just 20 cities worldwide will host over 75% of global billionaires. The implications of this concentration will affect everything from global politics to housing markets to technology development. So what do you think? Is this concentration of wealth in select cities good for the global economy? Or does it create dangerous imbalances? And which city do you predict will top this list in 10 years? Let me know in the comments below. Click the video on your screen now to discover top Black billionaires of 2025. And make sure you're subscribed to the Billionaire Insider and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming expose.